Greetings, everyone. This is Sophisticated Intuition with your spiritual insight messages for the year of 2020. This is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If you are interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description box. I have already meditated and shuffled the cards. I will be laying out 4 cards for each quarter of the year to kind of give you the overall energy for the year. And then 1 card for each of the 12 months with clarifiers, and then I'll deliver the message. And I am so excited. This is my last one. So let's go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, archangels, angels, ascended masters, and ancestors, what messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Wow. Okay, so every sign has had some element of transformation or changing occurring, except for I think 1 or 2. And you are no exception here, Capricorn. So you have on your overall energy the air element or communication. This is the Ace of Swords. So you have a level of truth and clarity. Brand new beginnings occurring. I love the clouds and the symbols and symbolism in this card. It's very beautiful. It's very I almost feel like when I'm on the plane, right? Flying through the air, and it is talking about air element, right? So you may be even traveling by air quite often this year, Capricorn, for a few of you. So just take note of that. But it gives you that. If you have not been on an airplane, you might want to just take a short trip somewhere. But it kind of gives you that. There's a little bit of like an adrenaline rush that comes with being on the plane. If you like leaving the window open, you can see it's such a beautiful sight up in that airplane. Yeah, I can't describe it. Like for me, it just gives you I don't know if it's like a sense of nirvana or what, but it's just a beautiful feeling that to be that many 1,000 feet up in the sky and like looking at those clouds, and if only you could just put your hand out the window and touch them. That kind of feeling is your overall energy for the year of 2020, Capricorn. All right, so for the first quarter, you got the Gemini, which is in the traditional tarot is the Lovers. So you may have some thinking to do or a choice to make in terms of love in your first quarter of the year. Okay. In the second quarter, we have the 9th house, and it talks about a message of faith. So you may need to have a level of faith, or you may be, let's say, if you've been out of church for a long time or out of your religious establishment, then you might be returning to that or returning to some of those ideals. If you haven't been doing so, or there's an event that's going to occur that's going to require you to have a certain amount of faith. Okay, and that's in your second quarter. Capricorn, in the third quarter, we have the moon. So the moon or moon cycles could be affecting you heavily in the third quarter, or you could have even potentially like a Cancerian energy around you, just deep emotions, or there's something that's hidden that's going to be revealed for you in the month of, or excuse me, in the third quarter of the year of 2020. Then we just kind of carry that over. So I do know that there's a couple of eclipses occurring. I think we have one on tomorrow, or I'm doing the reading here on January 9th. So I think we have one tomorrow or coming up here soon, a lunar eclipse. But this is showing in the fourth quarter. So I'm not a guru of the planetary alignments. I kind of just do some research as the months come about. But it is one of my personal goals to get better at that, so that when these cards come out, I can speak to them a little bit more intuitively for you. But there may be some very significant changes that are occurring throughout your year in 2020 because of the lunar eclipses, or some things are going to be eclipsing out of your life at the end of the year in the fourth quarter. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So let's get into it. Messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020? beautiful. Wow. Okay, this King of Pentacles is showing up today. He wasn't so much here yesterday, but today he's here. That card wants to come out. We'll see if it jumps again for me, because it didn't. There we go. Well, wasn't that one, but all right. What's the message for the sign of Capricorn for 2020? Very nice. Okay. Seeing some themes here from the Sagittarian read. So Capricorn, you may be involved with or have some Sagittarius in your chart. Okay, messages for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020, please. All right, Capricorn, another heavy read for me. So you have the Knight of Pentacles here as your overall energy. So that is just telling me that there is some slow movement. Okay, this is your energy as well. So you just, you take your time. You just sit back, relax. You're going to get there. You know it, but you're taking your time. Okay, there could be some travel. So understand that. That you may be doing some traveling. I'm even kind of picking up a traveling back and forth type of energy. So, but that is your overall. I'm getting a little bit of a glare on there. It looks like we have a storm brewing outside. So it's a little darker, and it's causing my candle to burn brighter, obviously, and then present that glare. All right, let me clarify for you. Way too many. Clarifying the message for Capricorn. Wow, okay. See, everyone is just ready to move on with their life in the year 2020. That's what I'm picking up for you all. Very nice. Way too many. Hold on a second. Messages for the sign of goodness. For the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020. Messages for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020. I think yours is the longest. So it's got that Knight of Pentacles energy going on. To try and get me the messages here. Sign of Capricorn. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I was talking that stuff, huh? Now I just want to throw it at me. Give me a second. Messages for the sign of Capricorn for the year of 2020. Way too many. Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Ace of Wands. So on the other deck you had Ace of Element, which is the Ace of Swords. Now you have the Ace of Wands. and that Knight of Pentacles. So you do have some brand new beginnings going on for you in the year of 2020, Capricorn. So that's really exciting news, like brand new ideas, brand new ways of communicating. Maybe perhaps you're inventing some new text messaging app. I don't know, but there is an element of, creation for you in the year of 2020. All right, so let's take a look at your message. So you are moving on. Okay, you're moving on from something that doesn't serve you anymore. This is a recurring theme here for the zodiac, so don't be surprised if you go through and watch all of the videos. And I've said this several times because these cards are repeating, because this is the general energy that we are all in as a collective, is that we are like going towards new. Like, many times we set these declarations and these resolutions in the new year, and by week 3 we just like, oh man, I'm still gonna smoke, oh man, let me just go ahead and eat that pie. Nope, not this year. This year you don't even eat the pie. Like, you don't even remember that the pie exists. Okay, so you get in your car to go get a pack of cigarettes and you just kept driving and went on to work and never went and picked them up. That's the energy that I'm feeling for the majority, for the collective, is that we are truly like, the new year, new me statement is not a cliche this year. It's actually occurring. And it's subconsciously, consciously. We're not even really having to put a whole lot of effort in it. We're just shedding things that don't serve us anymore. You just wake up one morning and like, nah, that doesn't work for me. Okay. And that's in the early part of the year. Then here we have, in the month of February, you are looking at conflicts differently. I have the Hangman with the 5 of Wands. So that talks about competition. That talks about conflicts. It talks about, a lot of people who are not seeing things in the same light. But here from the Hangman, and he's in the reverse position, which I really don't read reversals, but the Hangman's in both of my Rider-Waite decks for whatever reason will come out this way, without me having turned them or shuffled them in that way. So this is the way it has come out, and it has come out this way for throughout these readings. And I have shuffled these decks plenty of times. So here he is in the reverse, and it looks like there is some light shed, or there is a new perspective on something that you had, that you were in conflict with, or were in competition with. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Then here's you. All right. This is Earth energy all day. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But here's you working hard. Okay. Working hard in the month of March. I don't know what you're working towards, but it looks like you're working hard. You're just so focused on your stability in the month of March. And that's just a simple message there. All right. For the month of April, we have the Justice with the Temperance. So there is balance occurring in your life in the month of April. So if you've been working so hard, like, now you find this balance where now you can go out and hang out with your friends too, or go and do something that is leisure and not work, is what I'm getting. That the Justice card does represent like legal cases as well, so you could be going through a divorce, but then with Temperance coming onto that, then that talks about, or talks to reconciliation as well. So you could be reconciling with someone that you divorced or separated from, or you are getting a balanced and fair decision within that divorce or separation. So just a couple of different messages. It is general. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, see the information in the description box. Then we're getting into the month of May, where I am showing the 10 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. Something ends, but for a brand new, beautiful beginning that has no burdens. Like, something is just no longer. And because of that ending, you receive great emotional fulfillment. Okay, that's the month of May. Then in June, so I need a personal reading for this one. So, but this is the Seven of Cups. It talks about having several options, but knowing which one to choose. This could be in terms of that, that faith came out in that second quarter, and this is that time frame. So you may be needing to have some faith because it's here with the Hierophant. So you may be needing to have some faith about some options that are being presented to you. And you need to seek out your, counsel or, either seek out counsel from your religious organization, or perhaps just get down on your knees and pray and ask God what he thinks that you should do. What path should you take? What selection should you make is the general feeling that I have for you, Capricorn, in the month of June. All right. Um, so looking at July, we have the Ten of Swords here with the Knight of Wands. Um, Knight of Wands, he's quick. He comes in flying in quick with some action, passionate action. And then you have the Ten of Swords, which talks about like a very painful ending. So I don't know if there's it looks like there's some very painful ending that's going to occur maybe in the month of July, and it's going to happen very quickly. Or it could even be like, this is a general reading, so I'm even picking up on like a surgery, like a very quick procedure that is extremely painful. Like the aftermath, the recovery hurts, you know. But it's a very quick procedure. Like I'm picking that up as general, so someone is going to resonate with that. But then there's others who's a little bit deeper for that. There's some really painful ending of something, some cycle, some relationship, some, um, you know, you're leaving a place very quickly, and it just all happens so fast is what I'm hearing. It just all happens so fast. Okay. And trust me when I say I can identify with that feeling, but it looks like in the month of July or somewhere in there, that's the feeling. It just all happens so fast. Okay. Then in August, it looks like for many of you, there is a proposal or some type of offer of higher level of commitment, and there is a celebration behind that. This is the Page of Cups, which he offers love in that cup. He offers apologies. He offers proposals. He just is just full of. He's just the play. He's not the player. The Knight of Wands is technically the player, but he's the lover boy. Like he just want to love on you. And then it's here with the Four of Wands. So that's a very stable commitment, higher level of commitment. Oftentimes it's identified as the marriage card. For those of you who are on the twin flame or divine counterpart journey, then you know that this is also the 1111 card that kind of signifies that divine counterpart. I'm not necessarily seeing anything about that. So this may be about some other aspects in life. So this could just be getting that job offer that you have been waiting for, that brings you to a level of stability. If you've been making a certain dollar amount and you haven't been able to support your family, now you can with this new offer. It gives you that whole $5 increase. I know that's a little bit much, but it's that possible. Manifest anything you want. So that looks like that's coming towards you in the month of August. Now, it looks like you have some fears or some anxiety in the month of September surrounding a family situation. So I don't know if, this offer is tied into that or if it's completely something different, but it looks like you do have some fears that are surrounding a family situation, or you're overthinking some things that aren't necessarily happening, or maybe they are. Like I don't I'm not picking up anyone's ill or anything like that, but there's some matter that needs to be attended to within your family, and it's giving you worry. It's giving you worry in the month of September. um, then here in the month of October, it just kind of carries over. So there's a bit of sadness. There's another sign that got this exact same placement, right? So um, you've got the Seven of Wands here with the Five of Cups. And when I see these two together, it's like you've been hurt very badly. And you are now blocking out everything, blocking out everybody, or blocking out the pain. You are now blocking. You are very defensive. You are on the defense. You don't want to be bothered. I'm really picking that up very heavily. So something shifts. There's a shift here. It just looks like some kind of shift is occurring in your family life or home life, that is troublesome to you, or you just don't want to be bothered, Capricorn. Just plain and simple. Like, I could totally see that about a Capricorn. Like, things didn't go or work out the way that you thought they were going to, so now you're just going to close off and block off that person or those people. All right. For the month of November, however, it's screaming reconciliation here. So that's a high possibility. So if there was a breakup, or something happened in that home family life, it looks like with Judgment and the Ace of Cups, like, just trust God. That's what I just heard. Like, trust God. He has got it all worked out. There is a blessing in the mix. Like, you're going through a lot of changes and a lot of cycles, but at the end of the day, it is transforming you into a newer individual, for a significant purpose and path in life. Okay, Capricorn. So just trust the process that you're going to be experiencing, because that's what it looks like. You are experiencing some form of transformation as well, some change, changes that you're going through, but there's a blessing in the midst of it, and you just need to trust. Okay. In the month of December, or that latter part of the year, it looks like you look at everything that you've invested in, that you've planted, your seeds. I almost want to say, like, you just walk away from it, but in a good way. Like, you take that leap of faith and you go towards a new path. So everything that you experience in the year 2020, towards the end portion of it, you take your time to reflect, and then you just go on forward. Okay. So a lot of the zodiac who experienced their transformation, or were going through the process earlier, I believe, like prior to the year changing. So it was simpler for them, or easier for them, to just move into a new direction and just leave behind all those things that didn't serve them. And then there's others who are just starting the process. And so by the end of the year, they will be where the others are. And I feel like, Capricorn, for you, that's a part of it. Like, there are some things that you're going to experience this year that are going to cause you to look back and reflect on life, and then realize that you need to take a new path or a new journey towards the very end. Okay, so those are your messages for the year of 2020. Let's just see what additional message that we have for you today. Okay. All right, so you got a few. I can't remember what sign it was that had that. I want to say it was Leo, so you might want to check that out. But we have relationships, self-worth, and friendships. So there's some significance there, so I'll read each of them. So relationships, focus on those closest to you. Relationships are an important part of your life. Hold on to them dearly. You know what self-worth, you know what you're really worth. Be confident in it. Be confident in yourself. Friendships. Friendship is one of the most important aspects of our lives. Seek out those you can trust and let go of those you can't. So I did pick up that very heavily in your reading, in terms of, that anxiety that's going on in your home situation, some disappointment and blocking off people or things. And just taking that time out to love yourself, definitely you're going to be experiencing some life changes in your relationships this year. And just remember to love yourself, Capricorn. Okay. Those are your messages for 2020. Love and light.